Good morning from Seoul, South Korea. Over the next couple days, we're gonna go around this vibrant city, use the public transportation, see some incredible skyline viewpoints, eat unreal food, and just get a better sense of like Korean culture. This morning I'm at the Bukchon Hanok Village. This used to be like kind of where all the royals and the wealthy people live, so all of these like really cool buildings around me, this isn't a temple, these aren't palaces or anything, this is just like people's homes, and this is still people's homes right now to this day. I am obsessed with the buildings here and like the architecture, and then like the pops of green from the different bushes and trees, and then like the old woodwork. It's so cool here and so beautiful. It is 8:45 and the groups are definitely starting to come in. I'm not totally sure what time it gets like the busiest, but most of the time I feel like in every country and in every place, tour groups always arrive at destinations around 10 a.m. Something I find interesting is that like here it was like the wealthy or the royals lived up on the top of the hill, but in Busan, also another South Korean town, the poor people that lived on the top of the hill, because it was really difficult to like get higher up there, and so the wealthy people lived down like on the sea level. Next stop is going to be the Gyeongbokgung Palace. Today's just not my day. This morning when we were at the village, I realized I forgot a very crucial part to my tripod that connects the camera to the tripod. So we got there super early to get a bunch of photos and just couldn't take any photos. So that was cool. Then we get to the palace, only to find out that the palace is closed today because it's a national holiday. Okay, so I'm at Nodeul Space. I think that's how you pronounce it. Either way, it's a coffee shop. It's right here by the palace. What's really special about this place though is you can write a letter to your future self. And yeah, it'll be mailed out to whatever date you want in year 2025. You get to pick out your card format and the color of your wax. After you melt the wax, you pour it on and seal it with one of these wax seal stamps. There's 4 different designs to choose from. Then put it in your date box and you're all done. I highly recommend you do the letter thing. That was like really fun and just super wholesome. I am now on my way to go meet a friend that I met in Jeju. She lives here in Seoul, but she was vacationing over in Jeju. We're gonna go grab a bite to eat. This area over here is so cute. So many different like clothing store shops, a ton of cafes. And the cafe scene in Korea is like next level. I thought Vietnam had it great. I thought Japan had it great, but Koreans love their cafes. The Gangnam area is full of shopping from H&M to high-end designers. This is also a great area to get some cosmetic procedures done. This area is home to the Starfield Library. Honestly, you can skip this. It's just a big bookstore that some influencer made famous. But a trip to Gangnam wouldn't be complete without visiting the famous Gangnam style statue. Just kidding. Make sure you try the famous Korean barbecues. That is not a joke. We have made it back to Hongdae, which is the area I'm staying at, which is known for their like crazy wild parties, super busy street with a ton of clothing vendors, restaurants. But what also Korea is known for is their like fortune telling. So tarot cards, or I believe it's called Saju. But either way, we're gonna go do it right now. Okay, so I found a place. It's Seju? Saju. So it's Saju, we're gonna do that. So I need to know the day you were born and the time. And after that, we're gonna get into some tarot cards and kind of about my life. So here goes nothing.
You're a very curious and charming person.
But, oh, there's a but. Okay, that was quite interesting. Some of it was, I don't know, some of it I really enjoyed. Some of it was questionable. I don't know, I think that stuff is really interesting. I've always really enjoyed it. And there were definitely some times when I was telling her, I was like, tell me the bad, like give me all of it, don't sugarcoat any of it. I need to go see a doctor, which kind of checks out. I have been having some health issues, which she had no idea about any of that. There's no way she would have been able to know that. Yeah, but she did say that everything would eventually work out. And like the cards were interesting. And I asked her some interesting questions that no matter if she was sugarcoating stuff or what, they were interesting cards. I'm just gonna put it at that, and I'm gonna put it at, I think everybody should like give it a shot. Go try it, because why not? Korea is known for their fried chicken, and I've been loving it. Let's go grab some fried chicken. They also call it KFC here, which I love. Korean fried chicken, not Kentucky fried chicken. Okay, so we ordered the spicy one, and then we also got their like, what they're known for, like a garlic soy sauce one. We're gonna go for the garlic one first. The breading is so crispy and perfect, but light, not too heavy. And the meat, spicy one. Not that spicy. It's got a little bit of heat to it, but not bad. That was absolutely unreal, and some of the best fried chicken I've ever had. Like, it puts every other fried chicken I've ever had to shame. I definitely recommend you come here when you're in Korea. Okay, we came back. We knew that we had to. We're at the palace. We're gonna go check it out now. I didn't decide to come here super early though. I just didn't really care about that. So there are a ton of people here, but that kind of makes it fun. When you are here, you can take photos with the gate guards. I definitely recommend you do, but please do like keep in mind, like you cannot touch them. Don't touch any of their belongings. Be respectful. So entrance is very cheap. It's only 3,000, which is maybe like $1.50. And if you do rent a hanbok, I believe is what they're called. They're the traditional dresses and the traditional outfits. Entrance is free. They look so beautiful. I don't know the prices on those ones though. It's a really nice fun like photo shoot to do. And so the Gyeongbokgung Palace, it was built during the Joseon era, but then when the Japanese were coming over and colonizing Korea, they like had burnt it down, then they rebuilt it, and then it got demolished again. This place is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I recommend though that you either hire a guide or you get like an audio guidebook when you're purchasing your ticket. I'm not sure on the cost, but like I am just kind of like wandering around and not fully knowing what I'm looking at, what I'm doing. They do have some placards like here and there letting you know, but it isn't like a ton of information. Really like interesting architecture. Like why? What's this? Don't know. Yeah, get a guide. So this is the Gwangjang Hall. I'm 100% pronouncing that wrong. By the way, this was like where the queen lived. And any of the queen's servants or anything. But fun fact, not really fun, but when Japan invaded one of the numerous times, they actually came in here and slaughtered the queen. Burned her body and like, yeah, which I feel like you don't hear of like queens being slaughtered. It's quite intense. This place is so big. A lot of very like large and vast courtyards where would have been so cool to be back here when it was like an active use and like different gatherings and festivities. Thanks to a Netflix series, this market has become super popular. One of the most popular ones is the knife-cut noodles, the goyang kalguksu. It was really good. The broth doesn't have a ton of flavor, but there is like the seaweed that they put in it has incredible flavor. The noodle texture though, I think is the best part. Some are big, some are really thin, some are like chewier, which I don't understand how that happens because it's all from the same thing. And like when she was cutting the noodles, it all looked pretty precise, but they ended up being so different. Dumplings were really good, but I think the noodles definitely like steal the show. This place has so many food stalls, from fried gimbap, raw crab meat that's in soy sauce, I don't know how I feel about that one. Different beef tartare, different Korean pancakes. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. I want it all. But I'm so full after those noodles. We'll see if we can make any room. Also, there's supposed to be, though, I guess, some really good twisted donuts, I guess, that everybody raves about. So I think we have to get some dessert. Okay, sitting here with this very nice gentleman who's offering me his fan. Koreans are some of the friendliest people I've met. They've like gone out of their way to help me whenever I need help with anything, but time to try the donut. You know, 감사합니다, 감사합니다. I don't know what he was saying, but he was really sweet. Anyways, the donut. Really good, super fluffy, but like also at the same time very dense. But yeah, the line, I think I waited in line for about like 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah, so it goes quickly, and I would say the line's worth it. Cheers. So my first instinct was go ahead and mix it up, but I guess you don't mix it up at all. You just drink it straight. So let's give it a shot. Wow. Okay, that's really good because you get like the top part, which is like a nice, thick, sweet, creamy aspect, and then when the coffee comes through, that's really good. And then some dried strawberries on top. Definitely have to come check it out. I do love how great the public transportation in Seoul is. The buses run on time and everywhere you need to go, and so does like the metro subway system. One thing to keep in mind though is like drinks and food are absolutely a no-go on any of the buses or the metros. Water bottle fine, like even a coffee, like a to-go coffee, not allowed. I highly recommend when you're here you get yourself a T-money card, and then you can just top it up with cash though at different convenience stores or little different kiosks here at the metros, and that's so easy. You just tap on, tap off. Okay, so we are at the National Museum of Korea here in Seoul. Obviously in Seoul, this entire video is about Seoul. But I was just standing in line to get a ticket, but it turns out it is free. Tickets are just for like some of their special exhibitions that they've got. Highly recommend you come to the museum first, learn all about it, and then you can go to the palace, then you can go to other places. It just makes a lot of things make sense. And I would have known so much more than when I was at the palace if I would have came here first. Not only do they tell you all about the history of the region, but on the second floor it's all just different works of art and kind of like immersive exhibits. You'll get to see like old calligraphy works, you'll get to see old porcelain, you'll get to see old like ceramics, pottery, ironwork. They're really big into their ironwork, and then you also get to learn about like the different dynasties and the different times Japan invaded. There's also a robot tour guide. That is a first for me. I've never seen a robot tour guide before. I am finishing my time here in Seoul at Nodeul Island. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but I highly recommend you come here for sunset. It's beautiful. Bring like a little blanket, have a picnic. It's definitely a local hangout spot. One of my friends I met in Jeju, she was telling me to come here and just like enjoy some time in nature and enjoy the sunset. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed Seoul, and I'll see you next week.